Hey, it's Christina with the Sophia Journal, and today, again, we have one of those retroactively safe and legal abortion deaths. Now, I have tentatively identified the young woman whose death we're commemorating today. However, her family never went public about the abortion, so I am going to continue to use the pseudonym Sophia for her. She was 19 years old when she traveled from Youngstown, Ohio to Duquesne near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on December 27th of 1967. She went there to have an abortion performed by 50-year-old Dr. Benjamin King, who also had medical offices in McKeesport and Homestead. Now, Sophia was a freshman at Ohio State University, and she had gotten King's contact information from her boyfriend, who was also 19 years old. King had put out word on college campuses in both Pennsylvania and Ohio that he was perfectly willing to perform criminal abortions. So Sophia's boyfriend accompanied her to King's office, and they made a down payment of $110 toward the $300 abortion fee. That's over $2,000 in 2020 dollars. I haven't updated it to 2022. The young couple returned to Youngstown, where Sophia was admitted to Southside Hospital on December 29th. She died the following day. King had perforated her cervix, causing both infection and hemorrhage. Now, police decided to use the boyfriend to catch King. They had him contact the doctor saying he had the rest of the money, and when King came to collect it, the police arrested him. And what is it with abortionists and drugs? While he was awaiting sentencing for Sophia's death, King was also sentenced to 90 days for trafficking in amphetamines. Now, King insisted that he had indeed seen Sophia, but had only examined her and only had been paid $20. And he remained free on $5,000 bond during the trial. A jury deliberated for 1.5 hours before finding him guilty, and he was remanded to jail to await sentencing pending a $100,000 bond. And the judge justified the high amounts on the grounds that King had previously been convicted of an abortion charge after a 26-year-old woman had been hospitalized in February of 1966, and he had another abortion charge pending against him. So here we have that case of a judge who is taking these women's deaths seriously. So King was sentenced, sadly, to only 1 to 3 years in Western Penitentiary for the 1966 charge. And in passing sentence, Judge David Album told King, if abortion laws were repealed tomorrow, you would not be qualified to perform abortions, basically calling him a bad doctor. The judge asserted that King had run an abortion mill for years and years. King's wife, 46-year-old Regina, was charged with being an accessory before the fact and sentenced to 3 years of probation. I have been unable to determine how long the sentence was for Sophia's death. Now, King's attorney said that King only perpetrated abortions because of his compassionate nature and not profit. And the Pittsburgh Courier described him as a well-known Western Pennsylvania physician, a former high school and college star quarterback. Now, although he was convicted and sentenced to prison, King won his freedom in March of 1973 by citing the Roe v. Wade decision striking down the abortion law. Thus, Sophia's abortion, because it was performed by a physician, was retroactively declared to have legally been safe and legal.